Hello everyone, this is Mr. Dector bringing you a social studies lesson. We are looking at Unit 5, Lesson 1 today, which starts on page 117. What kinds of resources do we use? What resources do we use to meet our needs? Trees, soil, wind, and water are some resources that we use. But did you know that people can also be a resource? This lesson has two vocabulary words: producer and consumer. A producer is a person or business that makes things, and a consumer is a person who uses or buys goods and services. Both are nouns. Vocabulary activity. One meaning of the suffix er is someone who does something. Underline the words in the definitions above that tell what the person does. So, a producer makes things, and a consumer uses or buys goods and services. Let's turn the page. California's natural resources. California is rich in natural resources. A natural resource is a useful material that occurs in nature. A few of these resources are wood, gemstones, oil, and minerals. Producers use natural resources. A producer is a person or business that makes things. For example, producers use wood from forests to make lumber and paper. Producers also use minerals. Minerals are natural substances found in the earth. Minerals can be in solid or liquid form. Some minerals found in our state are gold, copper, borax, and tungsten. Tungsten is used to make light bulbs. A business can also act as a producer. Businesses in the United States produce and sell goods to other countries. Question 1. What do you think might happen if we used all of our natural resources? You can pause the video right now to answer that question in a nice complete sentence. Alright, we're looking at the next page, page 119. At the top, other resources. Other types of resources are human resources and capital resources. Human resources are workers who produce goods and provide services. Many people in California work in service businesses, such as stores, offices, hospitals, and other places. Capital resources are the machines, tools, and buildings that are used to produce goods and services. In the past, many products were made by hand. Today, machines help make products more quickly. The goods that workers produce and the services they provide are used by consumers. A consumer is a person who uses or buys goods and services. Question 2. How are human resources different from natural resources? Pause the video here to answer that question in a nice, complete sentence. Moving to page 120. Caring for our resources. The earth has only a limited amount of some natural resources. The California Indians who lived here before the settlers came used only the resources they needed. They did not hunt or fish for more than they could use. People use more resources today. We can conserve these natural resources so they will last longer. When we conserve resources, we use them carefully. One way to conserve natural resources is to use less of them. People also conserve resources by replanting trees, by not overusing soil, and by passing laws to protect resources. In fact, they can recycle paper, glass, plastic, and aluminum containers. Question 3. List 2 ways people can take care of our natural resources. You can pause to answer that question in a nice, complete sentence. All right, we're moving on to the last page of this lesson, page 121. Treating workers fairly. We need to care for our human resources too. A man named César Chávez saw that many farm owners in our state did not pay for their workers fairly. The owners often made many workers do dangerous work. So Chávez and Dolores Huerta worked in the 1960s and 1970s to start a labor union for farm workers. A labor union is a group that makes sure workers are treated fairly. So I think you all know why I used to not have you all knew why I did not have class with you on Fridays, because I was the president of the Mountain View Educators Association. The Mountain View Educators Association, or MVEA, is our teachers' labor union. And I make sure that all the teachers are treated fairly at work and that we do the best we can to abide by our contract. Question number 4. Underline the reason why César Chávez and Dolores Huerta started a labor union for farm workers. All right, our last part of this lesson is the summary. Producers have used and are using resources to produce goods and services. Name the 3 different types of resources and tell how they are used. So the 3 different types of resources are 1, natural resources. Those are the things that we can find in nature. Trees, gold, the natural silvers, all the things that we find in nature, including soil. 2, are human resources. That's us as human beings and what we can do to produce different things. And the third one is capital resources. That's our tools and our machineries that help us produce different items. So I'll say that again. They are natural resources, human resources, and capital resources. That concludes lesson 1.